I look at her as a rookie judge who wasn't really up to this case and is not rising well to the occasion.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm not sure she's a rookie. I think Juan Merchan was doing like traffic court before he was put into this big case, and maybe a Trump organization one. He also donated, we know, to the Biden campaign. But the attacks are against her. Don't you see exactly this sort of, it's even two tiers when it comes to judges here, Judge.
Terrible. I guess I'm from another generation when you didn't attack judges so personally as people do today. She is slow and methodical, but she has a very, very complicated case before her because of a federal statute telling her how to deal with top secret materials. The defendant is entitled to see, under the Constitution, all of the evidence against him. The public is entitled to see whatever is going to be shown in the courtroom, but the top secret materials can't be made public. So you figure out how to resolve that. That's the task that she has to deal with, all behind closed doors, all with oral argument to which the press and the public are not privy.
Totally by the book. You're in agreement with everything she's doing as of right now today, the way she's handling this, as you say, very sensitive and very complicated case.
Well, she's taking her time, but you have to take your time in something like this. Look, she's been reversed 3 times by the appeals court. We don't need to get into that. But the government has brought a case that is very complex. The government seized all these documents. The government knew what it was looking for, and the government should have known what it was getting involved in. The judge who just ran, Judge Sarah Scheindlin, a friend of mine, and I just served with her in 2 different courts. And I respect her, but I think she's being a little impatient here in her criticism of Judge Cannon. Look,
well, maybe we question the venue of where she's saying these comments too on CNN.
Well, look, the venue. The government says the president committed a crime at Mar-a-Lago. That's what the government claims. Therefore, the venue needs to be.
I mean the venue. Sorry, I meant
court that covers Mar-a-Lago.
I meant the venue of your colleague or ex-colleague judge. She's saying it on CNN, so we kind of have to tie it together for her to be as No. I was using a legalese term here. Let's talk about Hunter Biden's laptop and also Georgia. So it looks like first in a few minutes we have here, Georgia case on hold. Likely will not go. Not only will it may not happen. Fani Willis may be out of work. Judge, correct?
The indication is that the appellate court will do something far more effective than what the trial court did. If they were going to affirm him and say, okay, she's on the case, her boyfriend is off, that would have been done. But the fact that they have stopped the proceedings tells me they're going to review everything from soup to nuts, and their preliminary vote amongst the 3 of them, a panel of 3 judges, before they even reviewed the document, is she probably shouldn't be on the case. No matter what happens, there will be no trial in this case before Election Day.
Right. No, and October 4th was had been a date, so now we know it's completely out of that. That's not even going to happen. That's off the books as well. Okay, Hunter Biden's laptop, not only is it real, it's being used against him as evidence in this trial. Will there ever be any sort of, accountability? The fact 51 spies who lied, it was told it was, not real before an election. That seems to me like that. Obviously, we always go back to that one point in time where it may have made people vote a different way, but it seems like, again, there's no accountability for any of this.
I have a dear friend, I won't mention his name, who was very, very high up in the intelligence community, who is a liberal Democrat, who was asked to sign that piece of paper that 51 intelligence community officials signed. And he said, no, I don't know what's in there, and I don't know the facts, and I'm not going to put my name on the line for some political claptrap. And my hat is off to him. What will happen to them? Nothing. They didn't say it under oath. Nothing will happen to them. What will happen to Hunter Biden? The government has a mountain of evidence that he was even known to himself, drug user at the time he acquired the gun. You know my opinion about the statute. I think it's unconstitutional. I've lost that. The federal judge disagrees with me. But the evidence this morning from his former paramour is that he was a druggie, introduced her to the drugs, and was regularly using this stuff at the time he said he was not a druggie. Slam dunk.